What is good, you guys? This is your girl, I am Courtney Michelle, and I had to talk about this story because it has a lot of us divided, and quite frankly, it got me a little confused as well too. And this is the story of Carlisha Hood. Now, for those that's living on a rock and haven't heard about this viral story, it's about this 35-year-old woman that has a 14-year-old son and was at a hamburger hot dog stand out of Chicago. Well, she got into an altercation with a gentleman there, and pretty much told her, if you keep talking, I'm gonna knock you out. And true to his word, he knocked her clear out, punched her in the head 3 times, and then her son came to the rescue. Now, whether he was texted and was told to come rescue me is a story, and the other story was he was actually there in the doorway and saw his mother being attacked and he came to protect her. Either way, for me, the feeling does change depending on which one is actually true. But however, I think the most important thing is the idea of what a good parent is. And a good parent is to protect your child, not your child protect you. And it's an unfortunate situation. The 14-year-old ended up shooting the guy, and not only shot him once, but shot him multiple times while he was running, and killed him. So now we have a 14-year-old boy that's going to have to live his entire life knowing that he took a life. And I can only imagine the mental strain that that's going to have on him, and I pray for his well-being. But as a mother, when you are in a situation that looks hostile, it is your job and obligation to leave.
Hood was charged with first-degree murder along with her 14-year-old son. The charges stemming from this incident at a hot dog stand on June 18th on the southwest side. A viral video showing Brown beating Hood as he argued with her in the carryout line, but we have stopped the video before the first punch. Now, as this happened, police say Hood texted her son to get her gun, come inside and shoot 32-year-old Jeremy Brown. Her son, whose face we have blurred, then shoots Brown in the back, killing him. Hood and her son were charged with murder, but yesterday the Cook County State's attorney dropped those charges, saying they were unable to meet their burden of proof after new evidence came to light over the weekend. Hood's attorneys say prosecutors did the right thing and that she was the victim in this case.
Reports that came out that stated that there was a person that was in the restaurant that laughed at the altercation being had, and Miss Hood told her son that he needs to go ahead and shoot the man that was laughing at her too. Now, I don't know how true that is, but if that's the case, again, you're using your son to not only just defend you, but become your shooter.
The 35-year-old Hood, according to prosecutors, ordering her son to shoot another restaurant patron who thought the initial verbal dispute was funny, but the teen wrestling the gun away from his mother.
What kind of mother? I don't know. We are the protectors of our children. And if there is a crazy man in a restaurant and I see that he's being belligerent, I'm not, especially if I have my child, going back and forth with nobody. It's time to go. There's no cheeseburger, no hot dog worth me fighting a man for, especially with my child, because I don't know what might happen. A part of parenting and good parenting is also having foresight. It's understanding that sometimes what I say or the places that I go, especially when I'm with my child, I have to already think of the things that could happen. That is foresight. And I don't see that there was any of that in this situation as far as it comes with parenting. Now, I want to be very clear. I'm not absolving this guy of him attacking this woman and hitting her. There should be no words that someone could say to you for you to be able to assault. And him getting shot, I've always told people, once you put your hands on somebody, then you got to be ready for the repercussions. And that was it. However, the repercussions should not have came by a 14-year-old son. And I think this whole situation could have been alleviated if once we saw a presence of a threat, then it's time to go. Now it comes right now in the news that she is wanting to sue the city because she got arrested. Of course, they dropped the charges. The prosecutor was like, no, we're going to drop it. But now she's trying to sue. And again, as a parent and not knowing who this guy is anyone going to retaliate against me and my son for taking this man's life? In my head as a parent, I'm concerned with getting my child help and leaving the city. Gotta go. Okay, you ain't gonna use me as target practice. I got to go. But now we're wanting to sue?
It's violently attacked by a man, an unarmed woman, that she shouldn't be arrested. If your mother or sister or daughter were attacked in a restaurant when she's trying to order a cheeseburger, would you expect that she would be arrested?
Hood and her attorneys did not answer direct questions about the incident. They would only say that she and her son need time to heal, and at some point she will present herself again and speak more in depth about what happened. Her attorneys say wrongful charges have caused great harm to Hood and her family's reputation. At one point, Hood said during the news conference that everything I have worked for has been tarnished. Now, her attorneys say they do plan to file additional lawsuits in the future. Meanwhile, we have reached out to the city for comment.
There was a crime that took place, and you are presumably innocent until proven guilty. But the suing part just has me have me side-eyeing the whole situation. Because for me, I'm thankful and I'm grateful that people saw that it was in self-defense. But me trying to sue a city for doing their job is ridiculous. The story has many twists and turns for me. I know it's going to be some more stuff that come out. I'm going to make sure I stay up on it. But I would love to know you guys' thoughts and opinions on this case in Chicago with Miss Hood, her 14-year-old son, the death of the guy Jeremy that decided that punching her over words was worth it, and quite frankly he lost his life over it. So sad situation, sad story, you guys. Anyways, let me know what you think. Be a blessing.